Alright guys, I'm going to work on replacing a filler valve seal in a Flaminaire F12 Pipe Lighter. That gentleman by the name of Michael sent me. It's kind of late right now and hope everything works out right. I already pre-cut this seal that you can possibly see right here. Okay, what I did is I got a leather hole punch, 3mm hole punch, and some 70 Duro sheet of buna and rubber. So it's a quality. It's going to be a quality seal. Okay, then I punched a 1mm hole in the middle of it. Okay, that's going to be the replacement seal for the gas valve. All right, now next thing to do is remove that gas valve. Take these cases apart first. And showed the video on this before, how to remove these cases. So now I'm going to go through that again during this process. It is kind of late, so I just want to kind of get this done and get it in the mail back to Michael. Now let me get a heavier duty screwdriver here. Okay. Sometimes these things are a little bit tricky to get out. Once you get one out though, it's easier to get the other. There we go. Alright. Now there's a little white plastic kind of washer here that you got to remove to get these two metal plates off. That washer just kind of sits on there in a recess to get that off. There we go. Set all the excess parts over here. Now I found out that these valves don't come out very easy at all. Okay, so what you want to do is, first off, make sure that there isn't any butane in it. Bring all your excess butane. Alright. What I'm going to do is put a little heat around here. Okay, because these valves are like sealed in with some type of a sealer. Yeah, just put a little heat on it. What you want to do is just, you don't want to get it real hot. You know, you just want to heat it up enough to make that valve come out a little easier. I'm going to have to use a pair of pliers to get this valve out now. I'm going to leave little marks on it, but until I get the proper tool manufactured for taking these out, that's what it's going to be like. Okay. Let's see what we got here. There we go. We got it broke free. Okay. up a little bit. I hate doing it, but I'll have to sand it down a little bit. You know what? Let's put a little bit more heat on that. Let's put a little more heat on that. I hate to mess them up. That's why you really need the appropriate wrench. It takes about a 1.62 millimeter wrench, but you know, standard sizes for metric or Allen wrenches is like 1.5 to, then it jumps from there to 2. So it's kind of like a lot of repair guys using their own specialty tools, you know. So it'd help if I had a better pair of smaller, finer tools, maybe to get on there. On it. Well, I'm going to get that out of there, but I'll probably have to end up using one of my valves to put back in here. Boy, that stuff's in there. I don't know what they put on them threads, guys. I'm just going to burger this up. Man alive. Don't worry about it, Michael. I got another one. It ain't like you just go out and get spare parts for these anymore either. Boy, that came out hard. Okay, I want to show you what happened getting this out of here. Let me get some light on the subject here. I'll get her in focus here. Look at that. Look what I did to that valve, getting her out of there. Appropriate tools, guys. And the seal that I want to replace is that black part. It just lifts right out of there. I don't know if I can do it with one hand, but I'm sure I can do it with two. These are like a triangular shape too. Alright. I'm going to take that off. I can just about bet when I go to remove that. Hold on a minute here, guys. You got to readjust my camera. I can just about bet it's going to crumple off. see what happens. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. Yeah, real hard. Sometimes I've seen these things come off in multiple pieces, but it's hard. It wasn't going to seal nothing. Wow, burgered that up. Well, I don't know what kind of seal they use on that, but I'm definitely going to get a wrench made up. This is going to be the last one of these that I burger up. Now, I gotta get out here and get to my repair parts. If that's in there, if it's in there, let me see here. Well, there's mine. It's a little burgered up too, but it's not near as bad shape as this one. But it'll work. Alright. So, the next move is putting this new seal on here. Now guys, I know the light situation might not be too great here at the moment, but bear with me while I get completely set up. I gotta buy a decent LED lighting system to get it going here. And then you put something that small on this, and you just spread it a little bit and stick what you want in between. 70 Duro nitrile rubber is easy to work with, but you start getting up to the 90, it's probably most generally the luck I've had with the 90 is it's gonna break for expands too much. Okay, so keep that in mind. 70 is a good all the way around to use if you're looking to get you some of this material to fix your own lighters. I had some 90 O-rings that I got, and I tried to stretch them out, and they were just, you know, you can only stretch that so far. Okay. Now, show you what I got here after replacing the rubber. It'll focus here in a minute. Unless I got zoomed in too far. Give me a second here, guys. There we go. Alright. That's what we got. Alright. Now I'm going to put it back in my meter base here. Now granted, bear in mind that I'm using 1/2 millimeter thick buna rubber, so sometimes the tip inside, you know, you can see that it's a little bit more deeper, doesn't protrude out as far in the filler area. That's just because I'm using 1/2 millimeter on that. Okay. just so you'll know. Alright. Alright, now what I'm going to do here, put some of this rector seal on there. On these male threads. I'm going to try to get it on there without making a mess, which looks like it's probably going to be about impossible. That's where a little bitty toothpick comes in handy. A little something. Apply that onto all your seal area on your metal threads, alright? Don't put it on the inside. Put it on the outside threads here. Anything you put on the inside is probably going to find its way into the butane tank. And that's a no-no. Alright. Good enough. Don't take very much of this. Now what we want to do is stick it back in. It says on I use that rector seal because it stays soft. It says you can use it immediately, and it's up to 100 pounds of psi of air pressure on it. There we go. I'll take a little bit of alcohol here and clean the outside of it up. Just keep in mind, guys, you might want to, you can put more heat on that than I did, and you probably stand a better chance of saving your valve. Okay. My advice is to you is, if you're pretty handy, get you about a 2mm Allen wrench and just Dremel it down until it fits right in the end of this, and use it for the tool for twisting that out. So say you burger this end up here, because once you burger that up, that plastic washer holds them two metal pieces down for securing your outer case. Well, it might not hold on there perfectly. Alright. So anyway, what I want to do is put a little shot of butane in here. Hey, I got one of these off eBay. I don't know if you can see it, one of them brass ones. Handy tool to have. Sometimes I'll shoot that down in a little bit because see how there's excess air in there. Drain that all out. Get too much air in there, you won't get very much butane in there. Alright, let's see what we got here. Yeah, we got plenty of butane in there now. Okay, now the ultimate test here. Okay. I'll come in over here so you can see it. Okay. Waiting for it to focus. Maybe I'm in too far. There you go. Now I'm just going to wait here and see if I see any bubbles out of there. I'm just going to wait here for a little bit and then put the camera back, because I got to get down there real close with my magnifiers on and double check that there ain't any what I call micro bubbles coming out of there. I couldn't find the tripod that I usually use for my camera, so I'm just using something that's just a single adjustable rod, like a selfie stick. Well, guys, I don't see anything. Michael, it looks like you're good to go. What I usually do too, and I can't find my scale, I usually fill them up and wait a few days, you know. Make sure it's holding its you know, the amount of butane in there, not getting any leaks. I tell you what, comes to pipe lighters, guys, you're hard pressed to find anything better than, in my opinion, if you like a flint fired pipe lighter, you're going to be hard pressed to find anything better than these. These things just, man, you know, once you know how to work on them, they're simple. I got some lighters in the mail there last night. Good Lord. You know, simplicity, man, is great, you know. Somebody makes a design, and I know these things aren't easy, but to me they are, because I know exactly what to do now. Exactly what you don't need to do might be the proper term, because sometimes you don't need to disassemble everything all the way down, and you know, you know, once you put something in there, like a part, like a sponge, say for instance, you know, put a new sponge in there, and some people call it a regulator or something like that, gas regulator. It's basically looks like a sponge, a certain particular type of sponge, but nevertheless it looks like a sponge. Once you get that replaced, and you're using this good clean butane, you know, that they have out there nowadays. I always use this, you know, this premium Calibri butane. You've seen it, you know, with blue cap. And it's not that it's better, but I just use it because it's one of the few butanes. It's the only, matter of fact, where I go to cigarette outlet store here where I live, It's the only one available that has the plastic fill nozzle on it, you know, and I think they just mate a little bit better with more of a variety of different filler valve types, you know. Alright, looks like we're good to go there. Put this back on. Well, I guess I could wipe that off, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright. It actually stayed on there not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let me get a refill valve out of here. Plastic one, that is. And yeah, that's kind of big. Actually, I can get the one off the can. Alright. Now, let's get some of this stuff out of the way here. Like I said before, you guys put these back together. Alright. You put these back together. Stick it up there. Or actually, no, it's down here, I believe. You know, it's been so long, I about forgot. No, I was right the first time. Stick it up in there first, okay? And you kind of feed these down in. Where's my little tool? There it is. Feed that down in there. One leg at a time. There's that one. And there's that one. There you go. And you put the cover on. Put it on the bottom here first. Push up with your finger and press this again. It snaps right together. Alright. Let me see what maybe you took Flint out of here. No, that's gas. Let me get a Flint out here. I got a variety of different flints that you can use, but I most generally, on these nice lighters, I most generally use all those ones out of, that doesn't even it there. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Most generally use these ones out of Austria. You know, they're maker of, they probably make all the flints for Dunhill and all that, premium flints.